Guys, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by again. Today I want to talk about getting in the market, in the watch market at the right time, and getting out of the watch market at the right time. Now, what do I mean by this? The getting in the market, right now is not the time. Right now, it's absolutely not the time to get in the watch market if you're looking for quality pieces. Everything is overpriced, everything is overhyped, everything is just hard to get. It's not an easy market to get in right now. Me personally, I'm starting to get out of the market. Now, what does it mean to get out of the market? It means to not hold that much inventory. I was holding a lot of inventory. I was holding a lot of watches that did gain in value. So today, these are watches I've been holding for 1 or 2 years. Watches that I paid $200 and now are selling for upwards of $1,000. So to me, this is a good time to just walk away from those watches. So will I buy them again at $200? Probably, probably, because once all the social media hype goes away, once the new watch market prices their things competitively, and they are doing that. Now, let me explain how I think they're doing it. If you go to try to buy an old Tudor is $1,000 right off the bat. Most old Tudors, you got to spend around $1,000 right now. But Tudor, you could buy a brand new one for $2,100, $2,200. That's competitive. That is going to bring the vintage market back down. There is no choice. There is no way that we could hype up a market when the new watch market is pricing their things at a competitive price. Now, there's very few people that buy old watches because of what they were, but they buy old vintage watches because they were cheap. They were a way to get into the market. Now that's gone. Right now, you go vintage, you're spending a lot of money on vintage also. So, and you go new, you're not spending that much. You're not that far off from vintage. So, a new watch, honestly, it's much better than a vintage watch. I like the nostalgia. I like vintage for a whole array of other reasons, but the majority of collectors out here like vintage because of the price, because they could get into vintage for not a lot of money. So, but right now that's not the case. So, if you're trying to get into the vintage watch market right now, it's going to cost you. It's not a really good time, but it is a really good time to start selling, start getting rid of those watches that you've had for 5 years and you paid 50, 60, $100, and today they're worth, upwards to 1,000. I really think, this is my opinion. You guys, you could leave the comments down here. You could think whatever you guys would. We all have opinions, but this is my opinion. They're going to go down. The watch market is going to start. The vintage watch market is going to start losing a lot of ground to the new watch market. We had a lot of advantages over new because new was so hardly priced. New watches were priced so strong, and there was nowhere you could get them at a discount. Now there's so many web pages out there that are selling these watches at 35, at 30, at 25. They're selling at a discount. So this is going to not hurt but benefit the vintage market. It benefits us if we could keep buying watches at a sensible price, and sell it at a sensible price, but and just keep the flow of watches coming in and going out, coming in and going out. That's the way it's supposed to be, But they got a little bit scarce. They got a little bit overhyped, but by a few influencers out here. That's what they call the YouTube people, influencers, and that overhype paid off for a little bit, but it's winding down, steadily winding down, guys. So it's the time for me, at least, get rid of some inventory, and I'll see what happens in 6 months to a year from now. But you're gonna be seeing a lot of my watches online, and it's a lot of watches, guys. I've been holding to a lot of watches that I basically was able to buy them at good prices, but But now I think it's time to cash in. At least for me, it's time to get rid of some of those and start bringing in some new stuff. There is no reason for me to keep paying, or to try even to pay $1,000 for X watch that you could buy vintage when you could buy that same X watch for $2,500 new, $1,500. When you look at it, what you're getting, it is a lot of money, but you already got 1,000. You need another 1,500. It is a lot of money, but you also get a lot of product more. So you don't need the service. You don't need the headaches that an old watch comes with. Because you could buy a used $1,000 Tudor that's going to need $500 worth of service and parts. Now you're at $1,500. Just go buy a new Black Bay for $2,200, $2,300. It makes more sense right now the way they're marketing, guys. Guys, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for all your support. If you liked, please thumbs up, subscribe down here, and I'll leave a link to my website. We have a lot of watches at good prices, so guys, they're for you guys to get them. Oh, and also, I'm gonna do a Q&A. I'm gonna announce it in another video, Q&A. So a lot of these questions that you guys ask me, if I don't answer them here, it's because I'm gonna answer them on a video. So if you have some questions, ask me. I'm gonna leave a link to my Instagram. If you ask me on Instagram, I rather do that because I could write them down easier. And I'm just on Instagram all day. I'm not on YouTube all day. I rarely come on YouTube. So guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.